Well, welcome back, guys. Everything's fine.
Get this down one day.
Someday we will, and it'll be glorious. Today's not the day, but you guys are along for the ride, so you're welcome. I now have my mic again and my headphones, so hopefully this will sound a lot better.
Yeah, I didn't really check the other one before I posted, so hopefully it wasn't
Meh.
too bad.
We haven't gotten any complaints that we're aware of, so it's fine.
Not that we're aware of, yeah.
That we're aware of. This week was a pretty quick read.
Yeah, especially compared to last week.
Oh my gosh, yeah. This was like two something.
It was like just under 300, which was nice.
Yeah, which was a breeze. So this one is There's Someone Inside Your House by Stephanie Perkins. It is a Netflix film. I was going to watch it. I did not watch it. I think I'll be okay. Maybe I'll watch it next week and give you an update.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see. YA thriller.
Yeah.
Slasher. I guess horror.
It was a little more gorier than I anticipated for a YA.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
little
I would say yeah. I guess I could read the back of the book. I was really confused. The first chapter, I didn't realize what was happening because the first chapter talks about completely different characters than are what on the
man, the confusion I had.
And I stopped reading. I looked at the back of the book and I was like, that's not the main character's name. And I just hoped for the best and kept reading. And then I realized, oh, they're painting a scene. Okay. I was very confused. Okay.
Yeah, it was a lot of names at me all at once. So.
There were a lot of names. Okay, so it's been almost a year since Makani Young came to live with her grandmother, and she's still adjusting to her new life in rural Nebraska. Then, one by one, the students of her high school begin to die in a series of gruesome murders, each with increasing and grotesque flair. As the body count rises and the terror grows closer, will Makani survive the killer's twisted plan?
Dun, dun, dun.
I gave it a 3.5.
I gave it a 3.
I thought it was
It was fine. It's a book.
It's a book. I mean, it had good towards the end in the sense of I couldn't quite figure out who maybe was the killer. There were a lot of people that it possibly could have been, which in my head, sometimes the obvious is not obvious. Mel's very good at figuring things out a lot quicker than I am.
Well, they reveal the killer like halfway through this book.
They do. And then the other half is them trying to stop the killer.
Yeah.
Which was kind of just... It got to the point towards the end where the killer was killing so quickly that I was just like, okay, this is kind of just like too much. Yeah.
This was definitely, if you like slashers, movies, or books, you'll probably be more into it. Just for me, slashers get repetitive.
Yeah. Also, the main character's mom drove me absolutely batshit crazy. Bitch. And also, I thought that the main character, Makani's, her secret was going to be a lot more sinister than it was.
I have a note here.
Oh, this is going to be good. I'm so ready for this.
Her secret was dumb. And I quote myself.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so basically this book is about Makani does something crazy in Hawaii, and basically her family and Hawaii itself shuns her out, and her family makes her move to Nebraska to live with her grandmother, which is quite the difference between Hawaii and Nebraska. Yeah. So she has 2 friends. Can I remember their names? Absolutely not.
Alex and Darby.
Okay, Alex and Darby. They take her on. It's in the middle of Nebraska. It's a very small town. It's like 300 something kids in
Yeah,
the
they
school or
explicitly say how many people there are in the town and at the school.
yeah, it's very small. Makani is obsessed with this guy named Ollie, who is like the emo kid, I feel
Mhm.
like. Very
Yeah.
skinny jeans, you know the
Yeah.
works. Mr. Not Understood. He has bright pink hair, which is the talk of the town.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Someone got murdered and he dyed his hair pink. Same level of news.
Yes. So right off the bat, we kind of get a feel of who is going to die first. We kind of get the backstory of how they were
Yeah, we
killed.
start off in someone else's perspective.
Yes, which threw me right off.
It really did, because then it mentions her friends, and there was a
I was
lot
like,
of names for it not really to be relevant later on.
I was like, who's Haley? And then it
Yeah,
was just like, Haley died. I was like,
and then
oh,
hmm
okay.
So every time someone is gonna be killed, it changes to their perspective right before
Yeah.
they die,
Yeah.
which is an
And
idea.
it, yeah, I mean, I kind of liked it because then it shows how the killer toyed with them and like I get it,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time it was very confusing. I mean, obviously through the half of the book you realize what's happening, so it's not as such of a shock when it changes POVs,
Yeah.
but I was really thrown off like at the very first chapter.
Yeah,
And
it shouldn't have started off
yeah.
like that.
So
Maybe
Haley
just
was
a
like
sec.
she was the big wig in the play that was coming up for Ezra Scissorhands, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so all of a sudden, so she dies, so they obviously put the play on hold.
Hmm.
And then it's like the star on the football team, and then it's the big wig in the band, who also his like parents pretty much own the town or whatever, like they
Yeah.
own a lot of stuff. And so it's basically Makani and her friends trying to figure out who is doing the killings, where she's also being terrorized herself. And she thinks it's because of what she did in Hawaii.
I know. It's like, stop making it about you.
So what happened in Hawaii is she was part of a swim team and they did hazing, which they went far, but
It was
doesn't
bad.
hazing always go too far? I
But
mean,
yeah.
and so pretty much one girl almost drowned. And Makani got really mad because it was the friend, like her friend that she thought was her
Yeah.
friend, and she chops the girl's hair off,
Yeah.
and then the girl runs into the ocean and almost drowns.
Yeah.
That
That's
was
it.
it. That was it.
The girl was saved.
Yeah,
She
she
didn't
didn't
even
die.
die.
And like no one got in trouble except
Yeah.
Makani, which I was
Except for
like,
Johnny.
maybe the swim instructor who was there or like the seniors maybe should have
Yeah.
been, because they're the ones that grabbed the girls, took them onto the beach and made them do like they wrote names on their forehead that they could only be referred to as. Like Makani's name was Bitch, and so
Yeah.
if the girls called her Makani and she answered them, she had a drink.
Oh yeah.
And so they all were just like shit faced. They were
Yeah.
all
And then
like,
Makani got in trouble for like public intoxication or like being a minor intoxication.
yeah,
It's like she wasn't even. It was
yeah.
so dumb.
It
It was
was
all really dumb.
it was ridiculous. And then she's like, "Oh my God, is the killer trying to kill me because of what happened in Hawaii?" I'm like, "What?
No.
No, no,
No.
they are not." Now the killer goes a little crazy with the
Mhm.
killings. Um, at one point, opens one of their heads and like smashes their brain. Another one slices their rib cage open, grabs the heart, and just sticks it right on the dining room table. Really like crazy
Really gruesome.
killings.
And you'd think there's a big personal vendetta reason.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not. I
Mm-mm.
put a note of. Plus, you find out who the killer is midway through the book, so it's not even like that mystery. It ends up being a kid named David, and I quote my own self: David's reason for killing was dumb.
He was trying to be funny. Like, I don't remember
Well,
really.
he would do something to them that they were like known for or something. Like the first girl, Haley, was in the musical, so like she sang really well, and so he cut her throat. Or like
Mm,
the band guy, like his dad was a pastor as well, and they were church going, so he cut his hands off and then like laid them in like a prayer position.
it was pretty
Like he was
crazy.
mainly doing it to like he didn't think he could get out of this town, and so he was killing people who had a chance of like going on and moving up,
That's right.
and that was it.
Yeah, it was really stupid.
It was so dumb.
It was really stupid. Eventually they get him, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, I don't even really remember. I might bump mine down to a 3, you know?
I don't know if he died in the
Well, we
movie.
thought
Or they just
we
captured him.
they kill they killed Alex,
Yeah.
and then I don't think Darby dies. Ollie almost
No.
died.
Ollie
Like
almost died.
Grandma took one for the team.
Grandma seriously took one for the team. But yeah, the romance was fine. I didn't really need it in there. It was kind of random.
It the romance is what you expected a YA book.
And why, yeah,
I don't know. I just
it was
yeah.
just
Meh,
fine. We weren't
meh.
the audience. I was excited because it was supposed to be like a horror thriller. And YA books I could still enjoy.
Yeah,
There's some
and
out there.
it was kind of good in the sense of how the killer messes like toys with them by moving
Yeah.
stuff to make them think that they're going crazy. I liked that. I was like, okay, that's a good, fun little twist. And then I was like, oh, Makani has a secret. What happened in
Yeah.
Hawaii? And then we find it, and I was just like, okay, well, this was just dumb.
Dumb. Her backstory needed to be better. And we shouldn't have figured out who the killer was so early on. And we should have spent more time with David throughout the book. Because they say who it is, and you're like,
Who?
okay, let's just another random
Yeah.
person. David, like, there was no way you could have guessed it was him because, like, he was
Well,
barely
and
mentioned.
he
You
was,
barely knew he existed.
I guess he was one of the friends for one of the kids that died, and
Yeah,
he played 5 hours worth of video games next to his friend's dead body. I was like, phew,
yeah, after he killed him.
phew,
Really
my
weird.
word. So
It's like these really gruesome things, and I wish, like, we got to know him more to figure out
why?
why.
Like
Because
what?
the reason's really stupid.
I'm editing my review, taking out the 3.5. It is just going to be
Ooh,
a 3. We're at a 3.
we're at threes.
I don't know. Are you going to keep this book? I won't keep it.
No,
Okay.
I'm getting rid of it. It
Yeah,
was okay. I mean, I really appreciate the length of it. It didn't drag on. It was a fast read.
it was a fast read. And I watched the trailer because I was trying to find the movie on
Oh, yes.
Netflix. So I watched the trailer and it looked like the killings were completely different. Well, obviously they're not going to show like that grotesque of things,
Yeah.
but it just seemed completely different than what I was expecting.
I should look it up and see if the its description is even close.
So I'm
I
intrigued
do
on
have questions for you.
I'm excited.
The first one being, will you watch the movie?
I will. I wanted to watch it a little bit closer to us recording this, and then this weekend I was like so mentally drained. I was like, I just don't have the mental capacity to watch this. I think I'll try to watch it maybe next week at some point and then get back to you guys on it. We'll see. I mean, I'm
Yeah, it
intrigued.
has the same
I
description.
want to see how close they get or
Right.
their versions of what they took from the book. We'll see. Are you gonna watch it?
Let's see. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see.
How
I'm in the
how long
mood.
how long is it? Does it
Oh,
say?
An hour and 36 minutes.
Okay,
Bad.
that's not bad.
Any longer of a book, and I would have gone into the
It would have,
strongly disliking it realm.
yeah, it would have, if it drug on and on, it would have been too much.
Next question. Who was on your suspect list at first?
I thought maybe it was one of her friends, like Darby or Alex, just because that would be like that's someone you never would expect. And then I was like, well, maybe Ollie, because he's just like so reserved, and I feel like he would have been the one that probably would have gotten bullied by like the football guy and things like that. So I was like, maybe he would have snapped, and at the end it would have been like her versus him kind of situation. Because she would have felt conflicted, like, oh my God, he's a killer, but I love him, kind of situation.
I'm a killer, Bella.
But it's could have been Twilight all over again. But I never, well, I was gonna say I never suspected the killer, but that's because they never gave us the killer.
Yeah, you couldn't have guessed it was him because he wasn't really ever mentioned in the book.
Exactly. Yeah.
Plus, they give it halfway, so.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping it was Ollie's cop brother.
Oh, that would have been quite the twist.
Right?
Yeah, that would have been insane.
This one. What did you think of Makani's secret?
It's stupid.
What did you think it was?
I thought maybe she killed someone. Maybe
I
on
thought she at least
accident.
seriously injured someone.
I thought maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately not.
Who did you think was going to die?
Well, out of like the main characters, I thought Ollie was gonna die. I thought they were gonna kill him right off.
Yeah.
And that's when I was just like, oh damn, they actually did it. I didn't really expect Alex or Darby to die because I figured,
Really?
yeah,
Yeah.
thought the grandma was gonna die at
Thought
some
grandma was
point.
gonna die. I thought both of her friends were gonna die, and she'd be like the only one left.
That would have been crazy.
Because I thought her secret was gonna be juicier, and so it'd be like, wow, I can't keep a friend. Like I'm not the one killing them, but all my friends die.
That
And
makes
they
sense.
become my friend. That's where I thought it was going.
No, it makes more sense.
Yeah. What did you think was the reason for the murders? Before they right out said why David was doing it? Why did you think David was doing it?
I thought maybe because he was being bullied by them.
Yeah.
It made sense because they were more of the like popular people, and so I just figured, okay, he's just taking off the like ringleaders of the groups.
Yeah. Makani literally says he was like nothing. Like I don't have any thoughts about him. He was just there. So I thought it was because no one like paid attention to him.
Yeah.
But no, it's just because he thought they were gonna leave the town.
Like, sorry, they were more successful.
It was just very anticlimactic.
Yeah, I just It was all
Yeah.
Should we do our
rowdy roundup?
Yeah. This I'm sure is gonna be exciting. Let me get it pulled up on my Goodreads. All right. This has a 3.40 star on Goodreads, 37,852 ratings. This book had been on my TBR for a really long time.
This has been on my list for so long.
It's mainly 3 stars. Let's see these 1 star.
Better be good.
I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
Fair.
This one thing said, please don't let me down. Update, this did let me down. Huge disappointment. Why is this listed as YA horror? It's mostly romance with a mystery and a hint of thriller. The murder is revealed far too soon. Yeah. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, folks. This one was awful. Someone said actual shit. Another person, what the ever-loving fuck was this dumpster fire of a book? My word. Yeah. A lot of people. Way too much of the annoying ass love story and not enough teens being slashed. A lot of people DNF'd it.
Oh, yeah.
Someone's like, that was certainly an experience. Yeah, a lot of people are just very disappointed.
Yeah, it just didn't. It had a decent build up going for it, and then once it revealed the killer, it really just kind of let it drop itself, and then the reason for everything was dumb.
Well, and so a lot of people like her romance books.
Oh,
Um,
that makes
they
sense.
they are YA too,
Mm.
called Anna and the French Kiss series, I guess.
I
Um,
haven't heard of it.
so there's
Hmm.
that.
There's that.
She wrote another, I guess, thriller called The Woods Are Always Watching, which gives off kind of the same, like,
Yeah, see, that's what I was talking about. Like the title is like neon signy kind of looking.
it says a companion to There's Someone Inside Your House.
Companion.
It says bears aren't the only predators in these woods. Oh my word. I really wanted, bears aren't the only predators in these woods. Like, I really wanted to just get into it. God. Best friends Nina and Josie spent high school as outsiders, but at least they had each other. Now with college and a 2,000-mile separation, they have one last chance to be together. A 3-day hike deep into the woods of the national forest. Simmering tension leads to a detour off the trail and straight into a walking nightmare. And then into something far worse, something that will test them in horroring ways. That one's also mainly 3 stars. It's at a 3.08.
Oh.
And this came out in 2021.
Oh. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oof.
So, eh.
Yeah,
But
such a downer.
a lot of people like, so that Anne and the French Kiss series is at a 3.98,
I
and
can see her doing romance better considering
it
the name.
has almost 450,000 ratings on it. Like, it's,
Oh.
yeah, that one's bigger.
Huh.
So, I don't know. But yeah, maybe don't do horror. Maybe.
Yeah, she should steer clear. Doesn't work out well for her.
No, hopefully next week is going to be a whole lot better.
Yes.
We're getting back into the witches, people.
Witches. I'm so excited. We are reading The Once and Future Witches.
Yes.
By someone I got the name of. Pulling it up. There it is. Alex E. Harrow, who I think just came out with another book too.
She did. It's called Starling House, which was
That's right.
last or this month one of the book of the month picks.
That's right. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And next week we'll be posting the November schedule because it's already time.
Wild.
Oh man, spooky season went by fast.
It did. It's never
Caught
long
me off
enough.
guard.
It's never long enough. But yeah, we're getting into the witchy side of things. We're going back into 1893 with some sister witches. So I'm pretty excited about that. It's kind of giving me practical magic vibes, I feel like.
Maybe I'll watch Practical Magic today.
Fun fact, I watched Practical Magic for the very first time last week.
Oh, how'd you like it?
Oh, I loved it. I had never seen it before. I don't know how or why,
Hmm.
but I was getting into trying to watch all the Halloween, like Halloween Town, Hocus Pocus, Haunted Mansion. I watched the new Haunted Mansion.
Oh, how was that?
I liked it. It
Okay.
was completely different. So I thought it was just another version of the original one
Right.
with Eddie Murphy, which you can't get any better than
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
one. No, this one is about a single mom and her kid buy a mansion and it's haunted. And so when they're trying to bring people in to help them, like a medium and things
Mm.
like that, once they step foot into the house, they can't leave. Like they
Oh.
can leave, but the ghosts will haunt them and bring them back to the mansion because the ghosts are being held
Mm.
there and need help. And so
Huh.
it's the group of people trying to help the ghosts out.
Okay. Well, I wish they called it something else then.
I know, but I
I thought it
liked
was just
it.
gonna be like a remake, but
Danny DeVito cracked me up in that movie, so
Danny DeVito's in it? Oh, I didn't realize that.
mhm,
Wow.
yeah.
I know the two movies I'm gonna watch today.
I really liked it. It's kind of a little dark. I mean,
I like dark.
it talks about like losing loved ones and stuff. It's a little saddening, but I thought it was very
I
good.
know.
So, spooky season.
Spooky season. I hope you're having a good spooky season yourself.
Yes.
Um, maybe skip this one.
Yeah, don't
Probably.
read it.
Probably, unless you really like slashers and you're
Or
trying to read all the slashers,
or if you like being disappointed.
or if you enjoy the feeling of being disappointed. Do you like being sad?
Well, then I have a book for you.
Oh Lord. Well, you can check out our Instagram, Baby Got Stacks podcast, see what else we are reading for this month. There's also a link in our bio where you also can find us. Like and follow wherever you're listening to this podcast. And see you next week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we do
next
this
week.
weekly.
Yep. See you next week,
I
guys.
don't know. I just show up and hope for the best.
Pretty much. That's how we run this town.
Bye.
Bye, guys.